Well, Roy, you're about to board a plane to Sydney. How'd you find Melbourne?
Melbourne was very good. The people are really nice there, very hospitable. They treat you really nice. Food is wonderful. I mean, everything there was pretty good for me. So.
Yeah, well, now you've obviously been to Sydney before. You're going there now.
Yep.
Can you make a comparison between the two cities?
The only thing I see is that sometimes it seems like the people here in Melbourne are a little bit nicer than some of the people in Sydney. But
really?
Other than that, it's pretty good. Both of them are pretty good. Melbourne may be a little bit more laid back than Sydney, but on the whole, they're both beautiful places.
How would you compare, say, Melbourne to a city in the US that you're familiar with?
Probably some of the southern Florida cities, not Miami, but like
maybe Atlanta.
No, not necessarily. Maybe like Atlanta, but more like St. Petersburg and Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. Okay. You were coaching Isaac Chilemba in a fight Friday night.
Yes.
How'd that go?
Went very good. We got a very fair decision. We were treated fairly. It was a great fight. Blake put up a great effort. The two guys are friends, and so they're better people than they are fighters. So you hate to see anybody have to be declared the loser because neither guy loses. Both guys are still winners. Both guys are very good guys, and so it was a very good fight.
Now you're a boxing commentator for ESPN back in the States.
HBO.
Sorry, HBO. Now, how do you rate boxing in Australia?
I think boxing in Australia is pretty good. It's just a matter of getting the right trainers to work with the right guys a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
It's something I spoke to a friend of mine named Rich over in Australia about too, because there's several guys that if they had the right training, they probably could make the right move. And it's something I would consider doing maybe a third or half a year.
Yeah.
So it's something I'm definitely looking forward to considering because I know these guys have the heart.
Yep.
Jeff Fenech was a perfect icon of that. It's just a matter of having the proper training for enough time. So having somebody here anywhere from a third to half a year to help up that level a little bit, I think it makes all the difference in the world.
Well, speaking of Jeff Fenech, you're obviously good mates with Anthony Mundine, and you fought Danny Green. Who do you reckon is the greatest export out of Australia?
Well, right now you got to say Jeff because of his accomplishments. Chuck and Danny Green both go back and forth, but I think Chuck is a better technician. Danny's probably a stronger guy, but they are, like I said, here or there. Chuck is one of my favorite friends. He's like a brother to me. But as far as accomplishments go, you have to go with Jeff Fenech.
Yeah, and would you like to see Chuck and Danny fight again?
Why not?
Yeah?
Why not? I mean, it's like, boxers never give up. Boxers never quit, so I would definitely love to see them fight again. I'm not opposed to fighting Danny again myself.
Really?
Nah, not at all, but I'm supposed to be retired now, so I shouldn't talk like that. But Mick, Brian, they all know. The right money brings a fighter back.
Yeah.
So if the right money came about, I always have revenge in my heart. You understand me? So.
What, on American soil?
No, it could be over here in Australia. Why go to America?
Again?
The first time, just not in Sydney.
Well, there was a lot of conjecture over your first fight.
That's why I say just not in Sydney. Just not doing Sydney. But Melbourne or somewhere like that, I could do. So.
Now, speaking of fighting, are you going to fight Anderson Silva?
That's what I'm hoping happens. If that happens, that comes through, that tops everything. So.
What, soon?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It all depends on how long his suspension goes. He's suspended, I think, and I don't think they really gave him a complete time as to how long he'll be suspended for. But when the suspension is up, then we can talk to him about a possible fight if Dana White allows it.
Now, for the layman, Anderson Silva will fight. He'll be a boxer. You won't go to MMA, right?
No MMA. He always asked to box me anyway.
Yeah.
So why change? Let's not fix the wheel. If you want to box, that's what we do. I don't do no MMA stuff. I don't know much about it, and I don't want to know much about it. So.
Now, one more outside boxing. Yeah. You've got a new album, I believe, for Bodyhead Bangers coming out.
Bodyhead Bangers Volume 2 on the way. Look, beware of it because Roy Jones Jr. is special with that microphone. Trust me, I got a new kid on the block named SM Bullet. Nothing but the truth. As a matter of fact, we might come over here in Australia and do some touring and let y'all hear some of it because y'all already know y'all ain't forgot, but y'all must have forgot.
Yeah, for all the Roy Jones fans, when's it coming out? When's it coming out?
Probably June or July.
Yeah, June or July?
Yeah, midsummer I'm trying to have it finished.
And
as a matter of fact, when I go home now, I'm gonna go home and finish my song selection when I get back. Within the next 2 weeks, then I'll send it to mastering, get all the paperwork done, and it'll be ready to go.
Yeah, good. And one more, Arnold Schwarzenegger. How come you didn't catch up with him while he was here?
Well, I mean, I was busy with my fighters, trying to get ready for the fight, and that's my priority. When I come to work, I come to work. And what I said about fighting Danny Green, it's like it's no bad blood. I don't hate nobody. I don't have nothing against nobody. What happens happens. It's like It was controversial, but it's like, so I'm not tripping about that. But just if it was something that came about because I know friends that know friends.
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn it down, but unless it was not worth my while.
And you're 23 still on the Guernsey.
MJ, you already know that. I'm still represented by